if someone in power says something repeatedly, whether it's accurate or factual or not, it can affect people's perception. So one question I want you to address parents and other concerned taxpayers about is, what specifically have you done or changed to prevent another embezzlement case like the one that Mr. Walters has focused quite a bit of attention on the last couple of weeks? In maybe specific layman's terms, like what reassurance can you give them about what you did to make sure that doesn't happen again on your watch?
Well, I think the first thing that I would say, and I've been hesitant to talk about the details, and I still won't talk about the details, because what matters most is that justice prevails and that the investigation happens in the way that it should, and that, that ultimately that justice is served. But to say a little bit more than I typically have, I think what's important for Tulsans to know is that this was not easy for this individual to do what he did. A lot of times when we use the word embezzlement, it might come across as this, like somebody sort of wrote themselves a check or something along those lines. We do have internal controls in our district. The situation that we have that occurred with our former employee is that it was someone in our district who was a very senior level person who both knew how the system worked, but also who had authority within the system. In collaboration with people outside the district, there was the creation of what you might consider like a shell company with work that was then presented by the company and by this senior level individual, that work that was going to happen to benefit the young people of Tulsa. I think most Tulsans know that it was mostly philanthropic dollars that were used. That doesn't matter because those dollars were intended to serve children. But that was how it was done with multiple outside individuals, it appears, allegedly. And so I say that just to say that it's important for Tulsans to know that we do have internal controls. What we've done since that happened is to make sure that we strengthen those internal controls so that no one can ever, again, in our district, even someone with that kind of positional authority, no one can ever again take advantage of our system. So specifically what that would look like is, first of all, more training and confirming of people on our team what expectations we have about following the policies that are already in place, but also strengthening some things like the extent of vetting that happens of a company that has a purchase order in place for work, requiring much more detail in the invoicing process that goes through, and the kind of levels of approval of the work and so forth.